Ooh, welcome back to Sundown Acres. Well, good morning, YouTube. It's been a long week. I'm sorry I haven't shared any other videos this week, but we had a lot of work to do with the old job. Getting out here, get the animals fed, and there's somebody I want to introduce you to. There you go, Percy. Good morning, ladies. All right, everybody, I went off and did it. I want to introduce y'all to Goose Lee. So, Goose Lee is a Chinese goose. They're a domesticated bird. And of the Chinese goose, of all the geese, Chinese geese actually lay probably the most eggs of every breed. He is a gander. I bought him as a guardian, a flock guardian against aerial predators. And he sticks with these ducks. He has settled in quite nicely with them over the past week or so. He beds with them every night. He goes up in the goes out to field with them every morning. But I named him Goose Lee because he is the guardian. He is a good-looking gander. You can always tell a Chinese goose by the nodule in the upper portion of their bill. So let's see if we can get a little closer to him. They tend to stay away from everybody. Alright, so they've been eating those jalapenos, been feeding them a little bit every day for about the past 2 weeks. Let's see how it's been doing. I was averaging about 3 eggs in the morning. So they really haven't been putting out anything. And I had someone at the Poultry Trade Days tell me that I should be giving them jalapenos and it'll stop them from stop laying. So there's one. That one's still warm. That one just got laid. That's a fake egg there. There's 2 more. And 2 more. and 2 more. So, guys, I guess those jalapenos actually work. So, I had my aunt message me the other day, and she told me that the red pepper flakes also work very well for this problem. So, if you have ducks or chickens that are molting and they stop laying eggs, get them some red pepper flakes or some jalapenos. All right, it's time to check on the chickens. Good morning, little ladies. How are we doing today? Y'all are getting so big. About another week or so, y'all go outside. Got to build y'all a roosting bar in the duck house. Yep, plenty of water. You see, folks, how well that's doing about keeping the bedding clean. That water is staying right there in that little pan and gets a little bit of sawdust in there. I'll clean that out today and get them some fresh water. We'll just keep on going like we're going. You need to sprinkle y'all a little bit more bedding out there too. I'm gonna try to finish this last box up today. Shouldn't take me very long. I got a couple more pieces to make for these other boxes. But on the 28th, I've got about 6 duck eggs that are due to hatch, and hopefully we'll be able to catch some of that. Got a couple of weeks to go, and these chicks are lively, I tell you. But yeah, we have a couple of weeks to go on the duck egg, on a few of the duck eggs, and I'm actually going to try to explain today my rotational hatching. We'll see how it works. Okay, guys, so this is the eggs that I've collected over the past, I don't know, couple of 2-3 weeks, actually 2 weeks. So what I do, I know a lot of people put X's on their eggs so they know to turn them, but since I'm doing a rotational rotational hatch, I actually put the date that they're ready to be hatched on. So what this does 2 things actually. It allows me to come in daily, twice a day minimum, and turn these eggs. Now once I get my automatic egg turners, I won't have to worry about doing that. They'll be turned every hour, and what I will do is I will take the eggs on, like these eggs that are due to hatch on the 28th, I will take them and I will place them on the bottom drawer of the incubator, because they won't need to be turned anymore. So any eggs that I remove, they'll be replaced by the fresh eggs of that day. A new date will be put on them, and they'll go through the same process. So when the ducks are born, I'm going to be sexing them. When they're hatched, I'll be sexing them and putting them on a little tag on their leg, depending upon the color. And that color will tell me 2 things. Actually, the males will have a a tag on their leg saying that they're a male, and then they'll have a color for the day of the week. Well, the day of the week will help me move them within the brooder box, in the brooder house, from brooder box to brooder box, till they're up to 6 weeks old. So for the first week, they'll stay in the first box. Second week, they'll go in the second box, and they'll get transferred daily. And this is a process that I can know exactly how each one of my ducklings, how old each one of my ducklings will be. And this actually will help me know the date in which I need to remove them from the automatic egg turner and put them on the bottom. Because on the last day, these eggs don't need to be turned. So I'm going to see how this process works and see if I've got good results with it. And I'll keep you guys up to date as to whether this is working well. And we'll take y'all along for this ride. So I want to talk a little bit today about the goals that I have for Sundown Acres in 2021. In 2020, it was all about building infrastructure, getting livestock, and just getting our little business started. We didn't start doing our business license until 2021. That's still in the process. We haven't even got our business banking account going yet. So we're kind of on hold waiting for that business license. We've already inquired about a lot of things, for our banking account, shipping for when we get ready to start shipping live eggs to people who are purchasing, building our website, of course, building our Facebook, our YouTube channel. And I'm hoping that in 2021 that we continue along the same path that we had going for 2020. It was a lot of work building the infrastructure, the fences, the goat barn, the hay feeder, fixing up the duck house, building the brooder box or the brooder house. And with all of those achievements in 2020, it actually set us up to where we are able to get to this point in, I would say, a relatively short time. It seems like a long time for some people, I suppose. Took about a year to get to this point, and like I said, if we had the money, if we went out and got a loan from a bank or an agricultural resource, we probably would have been able to actually do this a lot faster. But not having to worry about paying that money back is what's going to provide us that little bit of financial freedom in the future. With that being said, in 2021, I'm going to be building my compost bins. I'm going to be breeding my goats, hoping to build upon my herd. I have to go rent a buck because as it sits right now, with a buck, I really can't see it financially feasible for me to go and purchase a buck and then have a wether and section off another portion of the land that I have specifically for those animals until I actually have a herd that's the size that I really need. And I'm looking at about 15 does in the end, and I'm going to be building off the 4 that I have. So it's going to take a couple of 2 or 3 years in order to get to the herd size that I want. And hopefully in 2 or 3 years, I'll actually be able in that position, being that we're hoping for the good health of our animals, and as long as I continue to take care of them the way we have been taking care of them, we shouldn't have that problem. And then we'll worry about getting our buck. But as far as continuing on for 2021, we have our incubator. I've ordered a couple of automatic egg turners, so it's a little less work that I have to worry about. And when those come in, I'll actually have an unboxing and an installation video for that, so you guys can see me installing those on the A&W incubator that I bought. Right now I have about 60 eggs in that incubator, and on the 28th we're gonna start having ducks start to hatch. If we get those, if we start having good hatch rates, they'll start going into the brooder house, and of course I'll be sharing all of that with y'all. And if we get if we have good healthy ducks, and our business should, in the next month or so, we'll start selling fertilized eggs, because I've only got so much room in an incubator, and as y'all saw, I got 7 eggs just this morning. I got the rest of the day to go. So hopefully we'll be able to keep you guys up to date on everything that goes on in our little farm. I don't know if y'all can see this, but them goats are getting into that willow tree. They're pretty far over there. Hope we'll be able to keep you guys up to date on everything that goes on in our little farm. We have a lot of plans. It just takes time to do, and I encourage anyone that is wanting to have that insecurity, that END security, not insecurity, but that end security in their life, whether it be a little extra money coming in, fresh eggs from their animals, fresh meat from their animals, to get into these the homesteading life. We're just getting started in this. It is a very long process. It is a very slow process, and you like you'll see on a lot of other homesteaders in life, they start off small, and that's the only thing that I can recommend to you. They say chickens are the gateway animal for becoming a homesteader. So if you've got a little bit of land, build you a little coop, or get you a little coop, and start off with a few chickens. You'll actually see that it's very fulfilling. Boy, them dolings are getting big. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this video. And we'll see y'all next time on Sundown Acres.